Hi everyone! This week I'm going to give you a little bit of info about the key of F sharp. I have three beautiful F sharp flutes here. I have one of our pretuned kits in F sharp, a premier flute, and a basic flute. This premier is in Iroko wood if you're curious, and this is one of our FSC certified sustainable woods that I bought from Port Townsend, Washington. Let me give you a little demo. I'm gonna show you this basic flute. I'll give you a little sound demo so you can hear what this key sounds like. So it has a really nice, low and soothing sound. A lot of people are drawn to the lower sounding flutes. This is usually the lowest key of flute that I recommend for people that don't have a lot of flute playing experience. This is all these F sharps are made in a 7/8 inch bore diameter, which is kind of like a medium sized bore diameter. And the fingering holes on the F sharp are spaced out a little further apart than a G, so they're a little bit more of a stretch on the fingers, particularly the lower three holes. I usually recommend this key of flute for people. Most beginners can play this. It is a little better suited for people with larger hands. Most men can comfortably reach the fingering holes, people with larger hands or people with more hand dexterity. I do find that often people who have prior experience playing other instruments can play these fairly easily. So this is just a really lovely mid-range key. The voice is going to be, the tuning is going to be the same between the kit, the premier, and the basic. And the voice is actually pretty similar between all three. The kits and the basics are both made out of Western red cedar, and the premier flutes are made out of quite a number of different woods. We do make them out of cedar. We also make them out of a lot of hardwoods, and there can be a little difference in the voice depending on the density of the wood, whether or not it makes it better or worse, or what your preference is. It is just personal preference. Some people are really drawn to the sounds that softwood flutes make, and some people really like hardwood flutes. I really recommend, if you are going to choose F sharp, going to our Premier Flutes page, and if you click on the product, you can actually scroll through the set of photos, and in the set of photos you'll see a video of me demonstrating each one that we have available. That can give you a really nice idea of all the differences between the woods, and sometimes you will just find yourself drawn to a specific flute. I always kind of say that flutes choose their people, so I really recommend doing that if you're shopping for a premier flute. That's one of the benefits of buying the premier versus the basic or the kit, is that the premier flutes have a video of each being played, so you can actually hear the flute you're purchasing. And I just think that's really cool, because I do think that flutes choose their people sometimes. So sometimes for whatever reason you hear one and you're like, that's it, that's my flute. And follow that urge, because I really think that you're gonna bond to the flute better if you're drawn to one in particular. Okay, so just a brief description of the three different flutes I have here. The Premier is our most expensive. These are unique, one-of-a-kind pieces, and I buy most of the wood is FSC Certified, which means that it is it's sustainable, and you can read more about that in the product description. If they're FSC certified, I have put a little at the bottom of the written description. It will say whether or not that is the case. I try to source most of our wood that way, so that's a benefit if sustainability is something that you're excited about. They are made in a number of different woods. The wood is often bought in a very small quantities, so I have really unique pieces, and I only make a few flutes out of each piece of wood. So if you are somebody that loves beautiful wood and you love unique pieces, then the Premier flute might be a good choice for you. It also might be a good choice for somebody who needs a real hardwood flute because they're going to travel all over with it. That is another really good reason to buy a Premier. They do come in hardwoods, which can be more durable and more dent resistant. The basics are a little bit more simple. They still have we pay the same amount of attention to the tuning and the voice quality of the basics. They are all made out of Western red cedar, and they come in either a natural finish like this that's unstained, or we also make an iron stain version, which has a homemade iron stain applied, which is a natural iron and vinegar stain that actually reacts with the tannins in the wood, goes on clear, and each flute is uniquely stained. It has I think the right word is opaque stain, where you can actually see the grain through the stain, so it's not a solid stain, and those are really lovely too. They are a little bit more affordable than the Premier, and it's a really great choice if you're just starting and you don't want to spend a huge amount of money on a flute before you know whether you're gonna love it or not. I think you're gonna love it, but I understand not wanting to fork over a whole bunch of money right from the beginning. So the Basic is a wonderful starter flute. It's also a wonderful flute if you just love flutes and want to have one in your collection. I know a lot of professional musicians that use the Basic flutes. And the Pretuned Kit in F sharp. These are a wonderful option. So I really want people to buy these and like make them into flutes and then give the flutes as like holiday gifts. I think that's a cool idea. But you could also just give the kit as a gift to like somebody in your family or one of your friends that loves woodworking. This is a really the process for shaping these is fairly simple. So you could take it as far as you want. Some people do very ornate carvings, hand carvings on them, do wood burning, painting. There's a limitless number of things that you can do to make them beautiful. You can also you can just use a pocket plane or like a woodworking plane or a rasp to round them over, then use sandpaper to sand them, and then apply a finish of your choice to the outside. And they come with instructions on how to do all those things. So I have taught classes at schools with children, and we've used these kits to learn a little bit about woodworking and then also about flute playing, because one of the coolest things is that these are playable. They have, again, the same careful attention is paid to the tuning of these and to the craftsmanship. This is essentially a like what our basics are before I shape and varnish them. So it's the same, we use the same stock. They come with either I don't have of course, for the video, I didn't bring any of the blocks home to share, but you can look up the website. They have either an unshaped piece of wood, or they have you can choose from a number of different animal shapes. And then this little piece, I don't know how many people even know this, but the little piece that's on here is a functional block, as you can tell because I just played it. And the idea I had behind these is that you can glue things to the top. So you could, if you had a beautiful piece of wood, or a stone or a crystal, or some kind of important object, you can attach it to this. And as long as you don't do anything to the important side, which is the bottom of it, you can put whatever you want on the top and make it your own. So I think that's really cool. I would love to hear in the comments if any of you have made a flute from these and have used the block base here to attach something to. I'd love to see pictures of that. I haven't gotten much feedback on whether people actually like those or not, so that would be super cool. Well, I hope that was informative, and I hope you enjoy the style of video. I think they're really fun to do. So here's the 3 F sharps, and yeah, I hope you like this. Let me know in the comments if you have questions, if you want me to make other kinds of videos. I would love to hear about it. It's just so helpful to me. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.